Hey guys, this is the SEO dork, or Gabe for those who know me personally. As the resident SEO consultant assisting RX with their long-term marketing strategy, I'd like to also say that I have a hidden talent. Basically a knack for sales. Some like to call me an incredible salesman, but I prefer to call myself a professional problem solver. And when you are in this business, that is your job, to be a professional problem solver. Now, I'm sure many of you have learned, sales requires a problem and solution. However, many sales professionals and novices alike have a particular challenge in understanding the quote-unquote real problem of their potential customers. This lack of understanding creates a flat sales environment, and many times a solution that doesn't particularly solve a problem, but is diluted with the misaligned potential to solve the problem. And thus it lowers the opportunity to close the sale. It really does lower your conversion rates when you have misaligned potential. Now, what do I mean by misaligned potential to solve a problem? Well, let's use a car salesman for example, and this is actually totally based on a true story. But before I get into that story, let me just clear up misaligned potential. So, if we just build a chart or a graph, right, and we have two lines. One line is the problem, the other line is the solution. Now, when we draw those lines in an X, the intersecting point of line problem and line solution is the compromise, and this is where the sale happens. But a misaligned potential, actually the problem and the sales line just run in parallel. Okay, an individual has identified with the problem, the salesman has identified with a solution that really doesn't meet the needs of the problem. It seems like it runs in parallel very, very closely, but they never intersect. And this is the problem a lot of salesmen have with, making the sale. They have a problem in bridging the solution and a problem or creating that intersecting mark. Now, I'm going to get into the story here. I recently decided that I was entering a midlife crisis at 30. I know, 30. I still have a head full of hair, no kids, that kind of thing. Getting married shortly, but at 30, I'm just having that midlife crisis. And I wanted to buy a new car, but not any car, not a convertible, not a, not anything luxurious, but a fast car, a really fast car. And so I pull up into my local BMW dealership, and my eyes just fixated on a blue 5 Series. Not any 5 Series, but an M5, 2012. And all I could think about was 560 horsepower, 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds, 500 pounds of torque, and, my kid-like bravado of knowing I could go 190 miles per hour in that thing. For those of you who know the BMW line of vehicles, the 5 Series is a 4-door sedan, but the M Series of that car, the car I'm talking about here, is a 4-door personal jet. Like, honestly, there's no other way to describe it. They can get you from New York City to Miami in 8 hours flat, permitting that you could travel near 200 miles per hour the whole time, and that they don't have a nagging wife who happens to suffer from motion sickness. Now, that's very, very important. But long story short, the salesman approached me and spoke words that would nearly kill him and destroy the sale. He said, "This is a beautiful family sedan." Now, it really would have taken all of Rome to hold me back, but immediately I barked, "No, it's not." Shocked, the salesman says, "So what are you looking for, an SUV or a coupe?" I said, "No, I want this car." The look on the kid's face was priceless, as he was clueless. He barks back. I thought he said he didn't think this car was beautiful. Now, we're going to stop right there. Okay? So, my problem is I want a fast car. His solution is a family sedan. But wait, this is not a family sedan. So now we go into understanding the product. Now, you have to be able to understand your products to be able to draw those intersecting lines, the compromise where the problem and the solution meet. This is really, really, really important. Let's really talk about this car now. Fact is, I don't think this car is beautiful. Well, excuse me, I do think this car is beautiful, but I don't think it's a beautiful family sedan. For Christ's sake, it's 560 horsepower with a V8 engine that gets a measly 17 miles to the gallon. Like, are you kidding me? You know, where did they get this guy from? Chrysler? Those are family cars in vans. You see what I'm saying? But BMW is the ultimate driving machine. And this is what I mean by diluted with misaligned potential to solve the problem and decreasing the opportunity to actually close the sale. The potential still exists for me to buy this car, but on the pretense that it's a beautiful family sedan, well, I tell you what, it turned me off faster than anyone can say Kia. Okay? And so, you know, we have this salesman who's trying to do what he does. He's selling the car, but he's building a false pretense without really understanding what my problem is. Now, I'm not going to go there and sit with him and talk to him like he's my psychiatrist and saying, hey, you know, I'm having a midlife crisis kind of thing. But he needed to be absolutely aware of the vehicle I was looking at. All it takes is one walk around the vehicle, and he will notice that it's a 5 Series. Now, not just any 5 Series, but a 5M or an M5. Okay, and so, you know, maybe if I got into a 550, maybe that is a beautiful sedan. But when you're going into an M5, again, you're getting into a personal jet, a personal rocket, and the individual looking at an M5 or wanting to buy an M5 has a unique set of problems compared to the individual who's getting into a 550 or 528 or 535 or whatever their series models are. Okay, and so, you know, the car has to be what I want it to be, and what I need it to be, not what the salesman describes it to be. You see, and again, just having a solid understanding of your product is really, really important. So how does this apply to RX, and how do you avoid the misaligned potential scenario with perfect execution? Well, acknowledging the specifics to the nature of the individual's problem is a start. Okay? Now, my story, my problem is not that I needed a new car. I already have one less than a year old. Nor did I need a practical car and a beautiful family sedan. I don't have kids, so that word family just doesn't apply. Doesn't mean I don't want a family or I will have a family, but right now I don't have a family, and I am just pretty much, I answer to myself, you know. I'm responsible for myself, so a fast car it is. And I needed something that would make me feel like I was on the edge, you know, powerful, something that would land me on the next episode of America's Scariest Police Chases, you know, that television show. So, you know, with that said, when we look at RX as a product and the many solutions, we do it no favor by generalizing it as a weight loss nutrition system or something of that sort. We really don't. I mean, it's you know, RX, their product portfolio just covers so many spectrums. You see, for instance, Rejuvenix as a standalone product can assist with boosting the immune system. It can increase energy and assist with weight loss. It does have a proprietary blend of some of the world's best superfoods, including green coffee bean extract, whose benefits were highlighted on television show Doctors, and it allows individuals to process fatty acids more efficiently. And then you couple that with an incredible benefit with an increase of energy, and with a solid workout routine, Rejuvenix as a standalone product becomes a super supplement that anyone from casual dieters to serious bodybuilders can incorporate into their supplement stacks. Okay, so what are the key selling points with Rejuvenix? Well, boosts energy, helps you lose weight, it attacks the fatty acids. We have the other benefits of boosting the immune system. Now, boosting the immune system is really, really important. It is, you know, the immune system is the core to life, I like to believe. You know, if you have a poor immune system, everything else just falls apart. You know, our immune system is our primary defense, and we need to keep that top notch, particularly as we get older. And that's really, really important. So a strong immune system is definitely a selling point with Rejuvenix. And again, we're thinking outside the box and not generalizing it as just a weight loss and nutrition supplement. We're focusing in. So when we have an individual who has a problem, let's say the problem is that, they're always getting sick, or they feel like they lack energy, that kind of thing. You know what? Rejuvenix is a solution. But we have to hear that problem and make sure that, the problem being loss of energy and always getting sick intersects with the solution of Rejuvenix by, again, Rejuvenix helps with the immune system. It helps, with weight loss, that kind of thing, fatty acids, whatever. Okay, and understanding the product allows us to better present the product and, again, align the product benefits strategically with the consumer wants. Remember the car salesman? He pitched a beautiful family sedan, generalizing the vehicle and misaligning the benefits of owning that particular vehicle to my actual wants that were misaligned. I didn't want a beautiful family sedan. I wanted a rocket. Okay? And so when we look at RX, we have to make sure we really understand the products so that we can custom tailor our solutions to the individual product problems that individuals may have. Now, the moral of the story is basically to listen first to what the customer wants and offer a solution based on those wants. Otherwise, yes, you will have that misaligned potential. If you're just so focused on closing the sale and you have a templated system or a templated sales process, you will never create those intersecting lines. Your sales process will be very silo-like. It'll just be up and down, straight parallel, when their solution is, on the opposite side of that chart there, and it's just running up and down. Rather, their problem is just running up and down. Your solution's running up and down. You think you have the perfect sales pitch, because it's worked before, but you would be amazed, how much your sales increases when you find that intersecting line. Now, some like to say, hey, build rapport, build credibility. Hey, that does work. But the best way to build credibility is to become the authority and be the all knowledgeable person behind the product, behind the problem, and creating that solution. I mean, we don't go to doctors without the expectation that they know or they have a solution to our problem. And sometimes, we do go to the doctors, and when we come out with nothing more than a little doctor's note to send back to work or a little prescription, sometimes we feel like, the doctor really doesn't understand what's going on. And, again, misaligned potential. Now, let's talk about another thing here. When we talk about, Pure Nourish, we tend to also generalize a product, ignoring its total benefit. Most sales reps will make the novice mistake of suggesting the product is phenomenal. Not that it's not, but they use the word phenomenal in such an empty way. What makes this product phenomenal? Now, we have to, when we look at the sales process, we also have to look at our words of engagement. Now, you hear it all the time. Any salesman, all salesmen, I don't care if you are in the pharmaceutical industry, weight loss, car sales, residential, there just seems to be an overuse of words like incredible, phenomenal, absolutely, all those terms, and there's really no substance behind those terms. This car is phenomenal. Okay, why? Well, this car is phenomenal because it's a V8 engine, 560 horsepower, and it'll give you whiplash once you step on the accelerator. That's why this car is phenomenal. Again, you have to be able to substantiate your claims, and you got to keep that in mind. Again, understanding your product will help you with this, and it really does open the doors to a well-informed sales pitch and a decision from your customer. All right, phenomenal is not the bridge between the problem and the solution. The word phenomenal is not the intersecting moment. Okay, really understanding your product and being able to bridge the problem and solution together by means of a real solution, a descriptive solution. Again, like if you feel down all the time, you need energy boost, Rejuvenix would do that for you. proprietary blends, boost your immune system, that kind of thing, right? But again, going back to Pure Nourish, the first benefit of Pure Nourish is the calories. It's only 130 calories and 11 grams of protein. Now, this is good stuff here. I mean, when you look at your calories to protein, incredible. Another thing, guys, when you increase the amount of protein in your body, you actually come into a situation where you have negative calories. And what I mean by that is that with negative calories, the body spends more energy or more calories burning protein than fat. And, that's just a tidbit. That's why a lot of vegetables, everyone talks about it, advocates it, that kind of thing. Vegetables have a negative calorie effect. Again, the body spends more calories burning protein in vegetables and fibers than it would fatty, tissues, fatty substances, saturated fat, that kind of thing. Okay, so that's benefit number one, 130 calories to 11 grams of protein. This definitely boosts your metabolic rate. Your body has to be able to satiate the proteins, which is really, really important. And we also know that protein is the building block to muscle growth and maintenance. So, you also heard that the more muscle you have on your body, the more calories your body burns, that kind of thing. So that's another selling point. So basically if your body is burning more calories naturally, it just means you could do a little less cardio at the gym. And who wouldn't want to do a little less cardio at the gym? Not that I would advise to avoid cardio at all. But me personally, I do about 20 minutes of cardio a day, and that's speed walking, and the rest of the time I'm just, drinking as much protein as possible and lifting weights, right? So, and my BMI is 11%. So, this is just proof of concept, more protein, more muscle mass, low body fat. And again, going back to protein being the building block to muscle growth and maintenance, all of our organs are in fact muscles. So protein becomes one of the most important elements of nutrition and body function. But Pure Nourish doesn't stop there. 4 grams of fat, making this a very lean supplement. The beauty of Pure Nourish really shows itself off when you consider the 24 other essential vitamins and minerals included. Yes, Pure Nourish really shows off beyond protein, beyond calories, 24 other essential vitamins and minerals. Okay, we're talking about more vitamins and minerals than most, early morning breakfast. Pretty much, remember the Total cereal and Kellogg's Corn Flakes? I mean, the Pure Nourish has more nutritional value than the average breakfast. No other product on the market can compare, as this is an all-inclusive dietary supplement and meal replacement, and that's really what Pure Nourish is all about. I mean, I can go line for line on each and every product, but as a sales associate, you should take on the responsibility of understanding each and every product individually. Okay, this will actually increase or more than double your sales conversions, because you're now able to custom tailor the presentation per your customer's problems. Okay, again, you custom tailor that solution so that you can find that intersecting mark. Just don't be a robot. Just don't, keep your sales presentation streamlined up and down and always running in parallel to the problem. Again, you're able to custom tailor the solution based on your product knowledge. And I guess that's the moral of the story here, just really understanding a product. The X product line is hands down the most complete nutritional system on the planet, but you really don't have to take my word for it, and neither do your potential customers. You got to remember that. And neither do your potential customers. And so remember to substantiate the value per the goal, per the problem, and avoid ambiguity by being clear, concise, and relative. You see, being clear and understanding their problems, being clear and offering your solutions. Now, remember, you're not selling a beautiful family sedan, but rather a high-power, pavement-burning throw machine, fully equipped with 560 horsepower V8, almost 600 pounds of torque, rear-wheel drive, with laser-guided handling. That's what you're selling. You're selling the description. You're selling the feelings that one gets when they feel like they found something, that they want something. You feel that and you substantiate it with details. You know, explosive off-the-line acceleration. Who doesn't want that? Well, I mean, again, there are some people who want a beautiful family sedan. So, you know, that backup camera would be pretty cool, you know, to make sure you don't run the kids over coming back out of the backing out of the driveway. But for me, that just didn't apply. Again, just understanding your customer's problems. And so that's what you're selling. You're selling the details. Again, it's not that beautiful family sedan doesn't sound sexy. It's just that going 0 to 60 in 4.4 sounds a hell of a lot sexier. Again, that's my problem. You see, guys? So, I hope you guys learned something today, and that concludes the RX Sales presentation. Alright, take it easy, guys.